In this episode, I work on my self-motivation.
Should have closed it, dumbass.
And we install something I'm never gonna use.
All works as I expected it to, so that's great. Probably never turn it on again, but it's there if I want it. Different week, same story. Fixing everything that's wrong with this. If you missed it, at the beginning of the season, did a video, everything that's wrong with this. I'll put a link at the end of this video. Last week, we were working on the mount for the remote mirrors, and we got something mounted up under the dash. And that's about all I got done. I planned to get to the head unit and never did. And that's on today's agenda. If you want to see last week's video, I'll leave a link at the end of this one as well for it. But this week, let's see if we can actually get this head unit installed. I look a little flustered. I just finished doing the driveway. It's been snowing. It's that time of year. Gotta take this one out. Oh, it's all nice and clean, and it's snowing out there. I'm gonna wait a bit, see if the snow goes away. I just like it when they're all clean in the winter. And life's so hard. Okie dokie. I should have closed it, dumbass. I'm not much for unboxing videos, but here we go. Instructions. There's technology involved, though. I'll probably need them. Yeah, there's our remote, I guess you call it. See where we can mount that. There's the head unit. Things are getting dangerous now. Lots of wiring options. Okay. Got the old head unit because we need that. Now I know what the old wiring is. I can make sure everything aligns with the new wiring. Makes it a little easier. Just went through and checked this wiring on the new unit compared to the old one. Make sure the color coding's all the same, which I don't know. At one time, the stereo unit manufacturers all got smart and started using the same wiring codes. So basically they do. Each of the ones are the same. So the wiring's all the same. We're good there. Alright. Tuck this in a place that you guys can still see. That might be tough. Oh dear. Can you guys still see if I do that? This reminds me of... So, Royd, he's a drummer buddy I got. Grew up with him in grade school. We got to high school. This was kind of my thing. Each of us had cars and we all wanted something better in stock because we all know what the 80s radios were, stock radios were like. They were pretty terrible in older cars back then, so doing stereos was the first thing we pretty much all did for modifications to our cars. I had some pretty good ones in my day, and Roy the drummer wanted one in his, and I remember him wanting to do it one night and get it done, and he lived close to me, and we started his car. I can't remember when it was, but it must have been late, 3 or 4 in the morning, and I wasn't a night kind of guy. And boy, he kept me up. It was Kim Mitchell, Hangover. He played that song, I don't know how many times, 30, 40 times. He just kept playing it because it kept me awake. And he'd just go back, and that was back in the day of tape record, so he'd actually go back, hit rewind, start it again. Every single time until I got his car wired up. I think we finished it. Can't remember, but I'll never forget that. Every time I hear that song, that's all I think about now. Thanks, Roy. Alright, where to mount this thing here? There's lots of spot down. There's room to mount it. It's just how fast. Yeah, I could probably mount it right there. Nothing on the other side to worry about hitting. Put a couple screws in. But anyways, I think we're fine. We got plenty of space. It'll just be more of we'll mount it there. The wiring will all work. I can cut those leads on this guy here. I can cut them. I'll cut them there in case I ever do want to use this old stereo, because this goes to the old stereo. First thing I'll do is I'll wire these up to the new unit. Then we can test it. There's the things like I'm adding a USB. I got that little remote to add. I can mount those somewhere down underneath here. I don't want to necessarily look at them. I think that's what I'll do. This is the mount for the old radio here. I think it's just bolted in. I might unbolt that. Black is the tightest one. Good. All right, only like a dozen more. I'm not gonna put you through the torture. Bring it back when it's done. Okay, we've got them all crimped and sealed up. It's kind of hard to see there. I haven't tidied anything up yet. So now we can connect this end. I put the power on in the car. Security lights on so I can use it. No sparks. Okay, and then we can hook up the remote and use that to start it. I don't have the app and all that hooked up yet, so we can just use that. Oh. Okay. That's static. Yep. Yep. All right, checked all the speakers and that noise is coming through. The antenna is not hooked up, so it won't pick up anything. I have no idea what I'm doing, so. Okay, it's on. The other thing with this stereo, so I tried to get the same power as what I had in the previous units, but 200 watts. And for in here, it's good enough. It's not great. There's not a lot of bass. It's just, it's there. You know, it's only, looks like 4-inch speakers, maybe 5-inch speakers, and here and in the doors on both sides, and there's some little tweeters up front. So it's not a lot of bass like we're used to. And I guess it's because there's no amp. I don't want to stick an amp in here and a subwoofer. it'd be, you know, possible to put a subwoofer back in there, and you know, but I just never turn the radio on. I just enjoy driving the car without the radio. But I want this in here, so it's just cuz. So, okay, that means now with this all working, if I jiggle a wire here, make sure it's not. No bad connections. So do you turn it up by holding it? Oh, yeah. This whole thing really works through your phone, so the remote's just a backup. And there's a USB, which is handy. I think I'll use that, and I'll probably mount that somewhere close to where this remote is, or maybe put them together somehow and mount them together, sort of thing. So cool. Well, for me though, I think that'll be tomorrow. For you guys, it'll be in 3, 2, 1. I moved, you guys. Alright. I don't know how much you guys will be able to see over there. You're just gonna have to deal with it, because I need over here where you guys probably should be. Oh, it came through me. 1/4 of an inch through the into the wheel arch. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Let's do the antenna first. Yeah, it's connected. You guys won't be able to see, but I'm just pulling the wires down here for the remote, the USB, and the 3.5 inch auxiliary port. They're not mission critical to you guys seeing what I'm doing. I'll show you in a minute. So there we go, we got it all mounted up. And down here, I stuck this under here. From outside the car you can just barely see it. And under the seat you can barely see it. So if I needed to access it, it's right there. But I don't hope to. I hope to run it off the app on my phone. That's next. But what I've been considering is, do I want that to turn on? Alright, let's get this guy back on. That bird's on. How we look over there? I can't see. Can you guys see? Looks pretty good from here. Oh, there it goes. And we're all clear here and good for when the dash pad goes back on. So that takes care of the head unit. For now, I did just test, just so you know, I did test it, you know, with the remote and the app. All works as I expected it to, so that's great. Probably never turn it on again, but it's there if I want it. So with that, the next thing is either powering up the head unit, fixing the, what was it? Oh, the gauge for the oil pressure, which is up on here. But I don't know if I want to put all this back yet, because I want to work on probably powering up the HVAC or maybe even the radio, like I just said. But I have to think on that. But for now, the seat over there is in the way, so I guess I'll put the driver's seat back in, and then at least I can sit on it and it's out of the way, and it won't interfere with anything else I'm about to do. Guess I could vacuum. I can knock it there. Don't knock the camera. Don't knock the camera. So there you go. the apps on the phone, it all works. I can't play too much of YouTube. I can only play my stuff. So if I go to Bluetooth on it, I put mine on, and I turn up the volume here a bit. There you go. Works. Just using Bluetooth. So that's another one crossed off. Radio's done. Under here you get a bit of lights and a bit of glow when it's turned on, but nothing crazy. I think I'm just going to listen to some tunes for a while, and then I'm going to call it. Then we're on to those other jobs. See ya.